Another very important mitzvah in the laws of accepting Shabbat is the mitzvah of Tosefet Shabbat. Like Tosefet Shabbat, Dafted learns from actually Yom Kippur. The Torah tells us we need to nafshotechem Yom Tishri. On the 9th of the month, you have to make yourself suffer. On the 9th of the month, the Gemara asks, I thought Yom Kippur we fast on the 10th of the month of Tishrei. So the Gemara says, no, whoever goes and fasts on the 9th, who eats on the 9th, Hashem considers if he ate on the, as if he fasted on the 9th as well. But the Gemara also learns from here, from this pasuk, that you have to actually start the fasting also on the 9th, which means you have to add a little bit from the day before to attach it to the Yom Kippur. You have to add, there's a mitzvah from the Torah to add from the mundane to the holy on Yom Kippur. And the same Gemara learns from that pasuk that it applies also to Shabbat. The Gemara says explicitly that it applies to Shabbat as well, because the Torah calls Yom Kippur Shabbaton. So therefore, Shabbaton connects it to all of the Shabbats, and therefore the Rif and the Rosh, they learn it's mitzvah midoraita to add an extra part from the mundane of the Friday to the holiness of the Shabbat, to accept the Shabbat a little bit early is a mitzvah from the Torah. The Rambam, there's a little bit of discussion if it's a mitzvah on Shabbat, midoraita, midorabanan. Nonetheless, according to the Rif and the Rosh, there is, and Maran in Siman Resh Samech Aleph and a few other places mentions this mitzvah of Tosefet Shabbat, to add from the mundane to the holy. So therefore, a person should try to accept Shabbat early, not to wait till exactly sunset and then stop doing melacha and treat it like a Shabbat. He should accept it a little bit earlier. Now, how much time does a person have to add to do Tosefet Shabbat? The Tosefot, the Masechet Rosh Hashanah, says it's enough of a few minutes. Even a few minutes, you fulfill this mitzvah. And therefore, a person should try to accept Shabbat even a few minutes. But the minhag is that the ladies, they light the candles 18 minutes before sunset. And there's a few opinions about what's the custom. In Yerushalayim, there used to be a custom to accept 40 minutes before sunset. Nonetheless, all these customs of lighting a little bit early than the sunset is for the idea of Tosefet Shabbat. And preferably, to fulfill this mitzvah, a person should pray in a minyan where they're going to have minha and they're going to have Kabbalat Shabbat. And by the time they do Kabbalat Shabbat, which the Arizal says when you say Boi Kala, you formally accept Shabbat, you should have a minyan where by the time they say Boi Kala, it's still before sunset. So that way they at least have a few minutes to accept the Shabbat. But if you pray a minyan that starts 5 minutes before candle lighting, or if you have starts exactly at candle lighting, by the time minha is over, and by the time you start Kabbalat Shabbat, so then it's not going to be enough time to do Tosefet Shabbat. You're already going to be running into past sunset. And by that time, you missed the mitzvah, according to some opinions, you missed the mitzvah of Tosefet Shabbat. So it would be preferable to always pray in a minyan that has enough time before the sunset, before the candle lighting, to be able to pray mincha and to say Kabbalat Shabbat and get up to the Chadodi and say Boi Kala when there's still a few minutes before sunset.